Alright, it's game time. Game Tectives, I love that. Hi everyone. How's everyone doing? Let me get my hair situation figured out. I don't know what's happening to me. Hello everybody. Oh my god, Skillet's getting a dog. Hell yeah. Name it something very human, like Phil. Name it Phil. Philip. Philip! Thank you for the compliments on my shirt. I got it at Target. How's everyone doing? On this fine Monday. Sorry, Wallaby Party for your ears. I tried to ease you in, but you know, the desktop audio is much lower. Eric McYagerbaum, welcome back. Guys, we're back in Interrogation. If you haven't been here for Interrogation, the way that this game works is that we are a cop, we are interrogating people, they're all in crimes that connect, we're trying to break up a terrorist organization, I think? They are a terrorist organization. Usual warning before this game, if like a episode of Law and Order makes you uncomfortable and you can't sit through it, this probably isn't the game for you. But awesome cat lady just ordered their first merch, SSS merch. Thank you. This game is a lot of fun. The witnesses are wild. Sometimes, I mean, most of the time we really hate them. It's like, they're just gross. I'm gonna get my Cintiq out of here a little bit.
Jesus Christ. There's a spring on the floor. I stepped on it.
He stepped on a spring, y'all. Okay. Whee! I love your little tail. It just goes straight up. Boop, 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 boop. Goodbye. That's Joy. Alright, so what's happening in this game? There's a terrorist organization. They keep just getting people in and blowing people up and killing people and whatever. So, we're trying to find the leaders of this group and shut it down. I'm sure that people in the comments will have more details for you, but I don't want to ramble on forever, because it would be a rambling on forever. Alright. Let's get into the game. I'm excited to get back into it. We seem to be able to do like one case a stream, maybe two. But, I don't know, we got a hint that the game might be ending soon. And if it ends early, not quite sure what I'd play. We'll figure that out. Alright, we're gonna continue. Oh, the other part of the game. Teamy! Oh my god, you're about to spill the one by... Thank you. Miss Olive! Miss Olive seems to want your attention, though she seems iffy about it now.
Is it because of all the things I was
all the scuttling? Yeah. Whoop.
Olive.
That's Olive.
You want some pets?
That's Olive, our shy kitty. Oh, there she goes! She likes to lay down and just flop over and go, please pet me, but don't pet her tummy. Alright. Thank you for the tea, Jacob.
You're welcome.
I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
I'll explain the mechanics as we go. There's the interview section, and then there's the other section where I have to manage my team, who's like getting more information on this group, and in the background because I have a public rating, a press rating, and an authority rating, and the public doesn't love me right now. So let's see. What's in the box? It's an air conditioner. We didn't have an air conditioner before, and it was 80 degrees the other day in New York City.
We've not connected the air conditioner.
No, it's still in that box.
It's still in the box.
That little thing on top is like the little window frame, the supports, because we don't want it to fall on anyone. All right. How many cases have we solved so far? No idea. Oh, right. We're on the next interview part.
Make sure to switch to gameplay cam.
All right. I forgot we're on the interview section. Oh, there are two kitties behind me. That's Joy. That's Olive, who's walking towards Jacob at a speedy rate.
Oh, are you coming up in the laugh?
Come here. I'll just show you real quick. That's what's happening over there. Anyway, all right. So, Bitter Bonbon, thank you for the sub. All right, we're on the interview part. Who are we interviewing? Don't remember. Good jump! Kind of. You didn't really land with your back legs. Linda Bailey has confessed that the next Liberation Front attack is imminent. She has directed us towards a weapons factory outside the city. Oh, Linda Bailey was that Umbridge-esque woman. Why are you so hand shy today? What happened to you? You got scared? You got spooked? What is happening? Oh, Joy's playing with a spring, and Olive just wants attention. So they'll be running in and out. Alright. Linda Bailey was that Umbridge-esque lady from the previous one who was like, I do it all for my sons, but also I don't want my sons involved. She has directed us towards a weapons manufacturer outside the city. District police were dispatched to evacuate the area, but once at the location, were informed by the private security agents, employed by the factory that all the workers inside had already been evacuated. We have also been informed that the cybersecurity systems of the factory have been breached, allowing for the special access needed to plant the explosives and force the lockdown, while also restricting any other digital attempts to enter. This may be an effort from the Liberation Front to prevent us from interfering with the explosives, which means that the explosives are already in place, set to detonate at any time. Seraphin, thank you for the sub. It's a holiday in Canada. What holiday is in Canada? Independence Day? Victoria Day? Dope. Whoa. Joe's going bazonkers, so you can enjoy that. You can enjoy that over there. Happy Victoria Day, Canadians. Please tell me what Victoria Day is all about, because I don't know what it's about, and I think I should know. Our main priority is to enter the facility and defuse the explosives, but our experts estimate that they will not be able to breach the lockdown without unrestricted digital access. As such, we have gathered together the only people who had the passwords required to initiate the lockdown and limit access rights. They are our primary suspects. It's just a celebration of Queen Victoria? That's dope. Alright. She was a pretty cool queen as they go.
Who are you?
I'm gonna butcher this, and I apologize. Hiroi Aoi Umi subscribed. I'm so sorry for how I pronounce that. I'm barely literate. Aaron King, our first suspect here. 42. We're out of the 20s range, which is nice. Aaron King is the founder and majority shareholder of the parent company owning the facility. Okay. He is a known entrepreneur with multiple holdings and investments locally and nationally. His factory is one of the largest military arms producers in the state with, multiple lucrative state contracts. On the side, he also operates several military contracting companies, handling logistics and security and hostile foreign threats of operation. Dope. Joy's going bananas next to me. I don't even know what she's... Oh, she's attacking a cable by Jacob's desk. Hey, Jacob? Are you cool with her biting that cable? I think it's the PS controller cable.
Why are you biting a cable?
She's just playing with it and biting it. As the founder and owner, he is one of the 3 people who had the passwords and required to initiate the lockdown, restricted access. He has agreed to talk to us and assist us in our investigation. I mean, it would look bad if his building went boom. So, he does have a bowl cut on his chin, which is wild. Alright. This dude really looks like that one dude from Law & Order SVU. No, Criminal Intent. Anyway. Sneeve. I couldn't even read Steve right. Margaret, Natcher, and Sneeve. Alright, well, Sneeve here. Sneeve Maradian is the chief of security of the factory and has been in contact with the authorities since their arrival on site. A background check has found that he has been in employment of Aaron King for over 6 years and has handled not just on-site security, but has also been deployed in war zone areas to coordinate weapons transport security through compromised areas. He has no known criminal record, and his mandatory psychological checkups for his gun permit are clean. What state is this? As chief of security, he had access to the passwords required to initiate the lockdown, as well as the means to set up the explosives undetected. He has agreed to talk to us, but has mentioned that he is under a non-disclosure agreement when it comes to the factory's production and clients. His name is Styopan. I think it's Styopan. Styopan? Styopan sounds like a brand. Styopan sounds like a name. His name is Sneeve. Oh, that's right. Tab. Tab had connections. I don't know, our poor Tab. Alright. Tab. Boss, sorry about the typos. Tab usually is the one writing these. Well, who's writing this? Doesn't say. Tab's file shows that they have been working for different law enforcement agencies since they got out of college. Before they were fighting with us, fighting against the Liberation Front, they worked for some agency that locks up tax evaders. And before that, they worked at a national security agency, which essentially audits security systems of commercial agents that fall under national security law. Excuse me. Essentially, they made sure that these places respect all the protocols for secrecy and stuff, I guess. One of these audits happened to be exactly at the factory that is going to blow up right now. Tab would have known the confidential security information at the time of the audit, and could have theoretically used it to initiate the lockdown. The fact that the lockdown initiated within a similar time frame while we were obtaining Bailey's confession might suggest an infiltrated Liberation Front member. So I really don't think Tab is part of anything. I don't know, they've been working with us. They had this history, which I guess is like why they could be a suspect, but that's in the past. You know, they were upfront about their past before. So I don't think TAP has anything to do with it. My money's on the criminal intent, dude. Alright, let's get into it. Bring him in. Oh, I have time limit. That's right, because the building's going to blow up. So, if you're new to this, the way that the time limit works is that it only goes down when we click a dialogue option. And to explain, we have 3 different points of dialogue. We can be like a tough guy, we can be a nice dude, we can be just blasé. Usually how I like to play this game is to get on their side so that they think they can trust me and that they'll give up information more readily. I'm not saying that I agree with any of their stuff, but I just want them to like think that I'm one of them, you know. We have some numbers here. -1. This is like how scared they are of us. So -1, not the most scared. They're actually pretty confident. Foxadello, happy birthday. Bon anniversaire. And thank you for the sub. 1, here, this is like how open they are to giving us information, like how much they trust us. The wider those brackets go, the higher the number is, means they trust us some more. Call me Krills. Thank you for the sub. So, then we have 3 suspects here. We have Aaron, the dude who owns the building, his security dude, Sneeve, and then we have Tab, who is our computer person. State of Arizona, congrats on finishing your AP Bio exam. I hated Bio so much. I'm so bad at it, because it is all words. Alright. So let's see where we can go. Good afternoon, Mr. King. I understand you have been briefed. Oh, and also sometimes I'll be asking the chat which option you think I should go with. So, you'll see. Good afternoon, Mr. King. I understand you've been briefed. I assure you that we are doing everything we can to remedy the situation. Okay, that makes it sound like we're on his side, and he's not a suspect. Mr. King, we have a lock factory that's going to blow up, and you're the only one with the keys. It's not true that he's the only one with the keys, right? They do use a lot of British slang in this game. Someone said I would invite you back to my flat, which is not a word that we use in America, even though this takes place in New York. Also, some guy yelled like bloody hell at some point, which is not something we say. And when you do say it, you kind of sound like a dingus. Most of the time. I've never heard an American say bloody hell and me not being like, what? Sneeve. His name is actually Steve, but I mispronounced it to Sneeve. I got to the point in my life where I have to save guns. Now I want to spend my... Not how I want to spend my evenings. Alright, I'm probably going to go with the first one. I mean, he's probably the one who... Because, like, he's not the only one with the keys, right? That's a lie. He would call us out on it. Got to the point in my life where I have to save guns. Not how I want to spend my evenings. At the point where I have to save... gun... What? Guns. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the top one. Yeah. We'll hardball him later. You're the city's finest. There's no doubt about that, my friend. See? So his trust went up 1 point, which is great. We're nice and polite to him. Alright. So our options now. You keep a low profile for someone of your stature. What? Do you mind if I ask a few personal questions? What? Is he like a giant? If I read the file, I think that counts down some time. How much do you know about the current situation? Or this is quite a large facility you own. I have some questions about how it operates. Have you heard about the Liberation Front? I mean, everyone's heard about the Liberation Front in this game. It's been in every newspaper. Gotta keep a low profile. You gotta ask a few personal questions. How much do you know about the person? So, let's try to get him on our side by asking some personal questions and then responding with like, oh my god, your beard. I love it. Tell me, how do you sculpt it? I should stop ragging on this man for his poor beard. I value my privacy very much. I'm sure a few questions won't do much harm. Okay. What are your guiding principles when it comes to doing business? A strong foundation, never leave a penny on the table. Always have an exit strategy. I know what he means by never leaving a penny on the table. He means save money where you can. Strong foundation. What do you mean by that? If you have enough initial capital, you can get the technology, the people, the contracts, and gain a large competitive edge. If you try to start out small, you die. If you have enough initial capital, you can get the technology, the people, the capital, and gain a large competitive edge. Okay. Our options now are, isn't that how we got to corporations having their fingers in so many pies? Isn't that still meritocratic, since they are actually offering the best products? Isn't that what leads to worker abuse and exploitation these days? Isn't that just because predatory capitalists like you don't invest small businesses and simply buy them out? Okay, well, we don't want to attack the man. Not now. I'll do that later, because I very much want to. But I feel like two? I feel like all our options are attacks. I mean, he is a bad guy, but I don't want him to know that I think of him as a bad guy. Not yet. He can know that later. I'll lean into him later. People are saying one. You know what? One would be interesting because it would open up. Let's do one. Oh, see? Point one up. Yes, exactly. It's a positive loop that concentrates wealth. It works as designed. Concentrates wealth. Where? On you? With you? Whatever. Please explain again what you mean by strong foundation, blah, blah, blah. What is your exit strategy? Why do you need one? Allowing yourself the financial flexibility to redirect capital towards more profitable long-term ventures. What's a long-term venture? Supplying the Liberation Front? How did you make your wealth? I leveraged the wealth I inherited into safe, long-term investments. There's really no secret here. What other businesses do you currently own and operate? This factory is my main investment. There never was any need to diversify my portfolio, but he just said that he gets into so many different pies. What makes this factory so profitable? We've made loyal customers out of the governments from over 40 countries. Ugh. The quality we guarantee is our best calling card. Ugh. Is it putting all your eggs in one basket a risky investment strategy? Not if the basket is insured and financed by the state, my friend. There are many countries, many armies, hence many baskets to put eggs in. Does that mean he's getting... Okay, whatever. Maybe he's getting like insurance money out of this. Yes, a yellow option. Yes. Again, how do you feel about being... Oh, I asked that again, huh? That was a waste. Oh, no, okay. How do you feel about being a weapons manufacturer? One would be foolish to attach morals to a tool, my friend. Surely the question of feelings arise only when a man uses that tool. Okay. Your life would sure be rosy with your kind of Come here. Come here. Excuse me. Doodle lesbian. I mean, I debate it every day. Just every day. And every day I get closer to just losing it. Hello. Olive's here, y'all. Kitty. Okay. Let's do this one. Although I think this will take us down a notch. I just feel like it. And I'm probably going to have to restart this anyway. Yeah, see, he didn't like that. Perhaps geopolitics is not your field, my friend. Okay, whatever. You know what? Let's restart. I feel like there's better ways of doing this. Okay, yeah. Bring them in. I'm gonna get him back to 3. Hello. Hi. Little cutie. Good afternoon, Mr. King. Mind if I ask a few personal questions? What are your guiding principles? Strong foundation? Corporations? Let's talk about something else. I'm going through the answers I said before, so I'm not reading it, so whatever. Yes, we are interrogating tab as well. What are you doing? You're looking at the game? Oh, you're looking at the mouse.
Who are you? Who are you?
Oh! Death to an enema. Gifted 5 tier 1 subs. Thank you so much. Oh, goodbye. She follows the cursor sometimes, and it cracks me up every time. I'm new to cats. Newish to cats. These are my first cats. So everything they do, I'm just like, ugh, precious.
Who are you?
Right, he said investments. How did you make your wealth? Yep. Exit strategy, right. Try to understand how the security system works. Let's ask Sneeve. Glad you could come in, Sneeve. I just have a few questions about how these rats got into your factory, if that's fine with you. Or Mr. Maradian. Current security breach is your direct responsibility, I understand. I have a few questions about how something like this could happen. Or, I'm happy to be working with another professional on this case. Let's debrief on the current situation and develop a plan of action, shall we? Should we really suck up to him and go 3? What do you think? Yeah, let's go 3. Yep, we got a point up. Easy as pie, this idiot. I could have my people talk to your people since you insist on doing this. Personally, let's be as brief as possible. I have a few personal questions. Let's get them on our side again. Not here to discuss such matters. Let's not waste any time. Okay. Could you answer a few questions about how this factory operates? That's not my specialty. I'll share with you what I know and what I'm allowed to share. What types of weaponry are produced there? Electronics, small arms, and ammunition forms the bulk of our production. Take a look at our public records for more details. I'm gonna go back to Aaron, I think. Let's talk about something else. I have this is a quite a large facility you own. I have a few questions about how it operates. Ah, yes, of course. Quite a piece of engineering we've built here. Is there military equipment currently stored inside? We have a large shipment due tomorrow stored in the pickup area. I dislike the idea of not honoring a contractual agreement. Okay. How many people are employed in your factory? There are usually around 100 people every shift, and we work around the clock. You know, I think this game takes place in New York, and New York is, like, probably not the best place to have a weapons manufacturer, because we have slightly more strict gun laws than other states. I think we have some of the more strict rules, especially in New York City. Whatever. Nelly Mandeli, welcome to the stream. This isn't Olive Drawfee, it's just me and Jacob's stream. We just do some video game streams. Alright. Who are your clients? I cannot tell you this, except for that they are bigger than any company on this planet. All I hope is that you take my refusal for what it is, a contractual obligation. Okay. What sort of weaponry do you manufacture? Specialize in small... Okay, that's what What's-His-Face said, basically. Let's talk about something else. How much do you know about the current situation? My people briefed me on the lockdown and the planted explosives. That's all I know. How do these security codes work? I'm not an expert. All I know is that's supposed to be some sort of strong password. Tab! Alright. Tab, you're up, because I feel like you're the only person that knows about the security of this place. Tab, I'm sorry you have to go through this. You wouldn't be here if it were up to me. You know how I work. You know there's no point in lying to me, so don't try to. I'm sure you understand why, with the limited leads we have, that you have to be here. I feel like let's play to Tab's practical side, because Tab gets it. They know. Information generates correlation, which allows for informed deduction, which can be used to confront deception. I understand, yes. Very true. Alright. Let's ask about the security. I know you compiled the briefing on the situation, but I have some questions. If there is an aspect you feel I've left out, I will gladly share any additional relevant information. How do these security codes even work? I am unable to give you security details that What? I am unable to give out security details that I obtained through my audits. Everything I can share is already in the case file. What else can I clarify? Describe to me how these security codes work. In broad terms, it's a multi-key code stored on multiple physical devices. These allow access to the mainframe. That's all I can say. Is there any way to circumvent the security system? It was likely that it was completely circumvented using the access codes Rodian King and I have. King and I. Because there are no access logs, someone created a backdoor. Okay. Do you have access to these codes as security auditor? I did need them to do the audit, yes. Okay. probably go back. I have a few personal questions. Well, no. You know what? Let's go back to Aaron. How do I ask about... Let's talk about the security breach. Questions about your factory. I'm trying to find the... Alright. I have no logs of any access, because the security system I've built trying to... Okay, he wouldn't know the answer to that. In a world in which your industry has bad rep, isn't it a PR miracle that you're victim of a vicious terrorist attack? You're trying to pass as businessman. If you want me to buy it, you need to tell me what the contingency plan is. I don't want to attack him yet. And none of these questions feel pertinent right now. Oh. Damn it, I just keep going in circles. Who are you? Rad Absurdium. Subscribed. Thank you very much. We already got an answer to that. I have some questions regarding your activity as Chief of Security. What are your, well, describe the capabilities of your team. What security threats do you usually have to handle? If you don't manage to solve this, will you lose your job? How does it make you feel to know your job is protecting establishment that creates devices and suffering and death? That doesn't help. What's it like to work there? What is it? Okay. I'll ask. What's it like to work there? For me and the others, as Chief Security, I do enjoy many privileges. It's not something I would say about the other employees there. What about the other employees? Tell me about how you feel about the other employees. What's going on? Describe the capabilities of your team. They are experts with decades of experience in private security, thoroughly vetted. I trust every one of them. We also use the most reliable modern equipment available. I want to talk about... You mentioned that working conditions are not ideal for all employees. Could you elaborate on that? I don't remember saying there are... Oh, he doesn't trust us now. Just that I enjoy some privileges. No unpaid overtime, no absurd deadlines, no low contractual job security, or other standard practices not relevant to the investigation. God, this dude sucks. Have you heard of the Liberation Front? Whatever. I'm gonna have to restart this whole dang thing anyway. I wouldn't be doing my job properly otherwise. Okay. Have you had any contact with the... He wouldn't admit that. They spread their propaganda everywhere. Have you come into touch with any of their materials? He wouldn't admit to it. Do you feel this attack is just another example of terrorism? He would say that's not relevant. Let's discuss a bit of the symbolism of the terrorist attack. Companies abusing workers is one of the Liberation Front's main arguments for changing the current world order. Isn't that a noble goal? Let's try it. I feel like he's not going to fall for it, but... Yeah, see. Now I finally understand this line of questioning. Officer, I can assure you that I do not believe violence or property destruction of any sort is justified, regardless of motive. Okay. Although he got a little worried. Do you feel this attack is just another example of terrorism? Well, it is terrorism, yes. Let's discuss a bit of symbolism of their attack. What symbolism? That they are bombers that don't like bombs? It's as simple and as stupid as that. I like how dismissive this guy is, kind of. It's like, whatever, they're so dumb. Do you feel this attack is symbolically aimed against capitalism? Do you feel this attack is symbolically aimed against warfare in general? Do you feel this attack is symbolically aimed against government? I'm gonna ask the middle one. I guess? So you trust us a little bit? Let's talk about something else. Let's go to Tab. I haven't asked a lot of questions of Tab. Let's discuss the current situation, Tab. Factory was evacuated almost immediately after we got the call. A bit too big of a coincidence, don't you think? I agree the timing should raise suspicion about a mole within the police department, yes. Who do we think it is? Mordecai. If it's Tab or the lady, I'm gonna be sad. Mordecai I don't care about. I need some advice. In case we don't manage to defuse the bomb, how should we spin this to the press? I'm not asking Tab that. Tab would just be like, give them the facts. How could they set up a bomb factory without anyone knowing? Multiple ways. With security under their control, they would have be virtually invisibly. When did Tab's fear go up a bit? Where are the workers, Tab? We don't have sufficient information to come up with a plausible explanation. Perhaps they had ways to evacuate the personnel which circumvented the locked doors. I have some questions about your role as security auditor. What were your responsibilities? What were the conclusions of your audit? Who commissioned this audit? Did you find any explosives or chemicals that we might have to worry about in case this place blows up? Don't you find it suspicious that the LF targeted a factory audited by an officer? Blah, 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 blah. I'd like to say... I'd like to say that in this case, I'm glad that I can trust the audit was done right. You're a good professional, Tab. Thank you. I also trust you'll get to the bottom of this. I will help as much as I can. I feel like Tab didn't have any involvement. I feel like Tab's just getting a little framed. What were your conclusions of the audit? They were mostly abiding by the national security protocols, mostly. The manufacturing process was compliant with safety standards. There were some irregularities when it came to security personnel training. What was that? Epistocracy. Thank you for the sub. I want to know what that security thing is. What security threats do you usually handle? Most of what we do is preemptive, being prepared for certain situations such as espionage or sabotage. We've never encountered anything close to this before.
Who are you?
Whoa! Mike Betancourt, gifted 5 tier 1 subs. Thank you so much. I do agree, made to chat. The timed missions are not my favorite. Because I like hearing all their answers, but it gives it a switch up slightly. It's nice. I want to know about the personnel training thing. Who commissioned this audit? No one. It is mandatory annual assessment required by the government. The manufacturer wishes to keep its production license. You know I have to, so let's talk a little bit about the Liberation Front. They are, after all, the main focus of our operations. What symbol do you think they're trying to send with this attack? Why choose this place? Why this specific factory? What's your opinion on Liberation Front? Who's your favorite Liberation Front member? Why choose this place? Why this specific factory? I cannot see how symbolic reason behind this particular factory. I would assume it's mostly a matter of convenience. Oh! Sakoyama rated me with a party of 130. Dang. Thank you so much. I would show a kitty, but there's a kitty over there on Jacob's lap. But that's it. I'm sorry, I don't have any kitties to show you. Thank you so much for rating. That's awesome. We're in the middle of, I don't know, playing Interrogation. It's fun. It's interesting. Yeah, my cat, I mean, you can see a picture of my cats right there. Joy and Olive. What? Joy is over there on Jacob's lap. I'll show a little bit. I don't know if you can see. Oh, hold on. She's right. She's down there. She's on Jacob's lap. That's it. I don't know where my other kitty is, but thank you everyone so much for the follows. The Greye subscribe. Thank you so much. Our kitties are sweet as heck. Olive's shy, so she tends to not be around, and Joy is a lap cat. Jacob is over there, yes. He's working. He's doing some drawing. Alright. Let's get back to that game, shall we? Still confused, blah, 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 blah. What's your opinion of the Liberation Front? Their methods are criminal and their members are misguided and deluded. They do manage to effectively pull out systematic flaws, though. That's true. Let's discuss the current situation. There's nothing really useful that I can ask Tab right now. Tab's very focused. So let's actually go back. Let's ask some personal questions to Tab. The time pressure and the dire consequences of our potential failure makes this topic quite inopportune, I believe. I do agree, but listen. I'm trying. How do you feel being the one interrogated for a change? No. What made you join the police force? Have you been in touch with your family recently? No. Does not fitting well within the gender binary make you depressed? Okay, we don't have to get that personal. Do you like being on the task force? Because I personally think you're an invaluable member of the team, and I will do my utmost to not let you go. I'm gonna ask about what made you join the police force. Without a proper application of governing rules and regulations, exploitation would lead to abuse and unhappiness. It is also quite fun. Cool. I'm not sure who to ask what now. I asked all those. Let's talk about the security breach. Let's go with this. In a world in which your industry has bad rep... What am I doing? If backdoor was installed in the security system, it's likely one of the suspects to use their special access to create it. Try discussing this with them. We have no logs of any access, because the security system had been built from the start of the backdoor. Oh! Keep this between us, friend, but of course I installed a private access backdoor on my phone. It's more secure than the factory one anyway. Paid top dollars for it. Interesting. Yeah, I'm really hoping that Tab isn't the one who is involved. I don't think that they are. Be upset if they are. This game. Alright, pay top dollars for it. So you admit you have your own special... Okay. Why did you keep this a secret from your security team? Who knows of this backdoor? Why do you even need this level of access? Who knows about this backdoor? No one, just you and me. Very much appreciated if we kept it so, my friend. Why? Why do you even need this level of access? I enjoy connecting remotely to the cameras and keeping an eye on the place, you know, like some people do at home. Why did you keep this a secret from your security team? I'd never hear the end of it if they knew. It's my property, I do with it as I wish. Alright. So you admit you had your own special backdoor access to the security mainframe? Yes, my friend, I do, for convenience sake, you see. Alright. Let's ask Steve. Do you think I will just lay down the blueprint of our entire security network just like that? It's private information. It's modern, it's expensive, it's bulletproof. That's what you need to know. I'm just gonna tell him straight out. King admits he installed a private backdoor. Did you know about this? What? No, I had no idea. I would never have agreed to such a risky thing. It defeats the purpose of access logs. King says he installed his own personal backdoor into security mainframe. Did you find this in your audit? At the time of the time of this audit, this was surely not the case. However, I must mention that it is technically within his legal rights. Just because it's legal to have this doesn't mean they could not have been used for nefarious purposes. So you knew that such a thing could be technically possible and withheld this information from me. No. If you say this falls under the law, I trust you, Tab. I mean, this is attacking for no reason, but... I'm gonna say it anyway. It does not mean that it was used for nefarious purposes. The presumption of innocence remains. That's true. Interesting. Let's find his motive. Let's say that. I will call upon favors to gather money and pay for repairs. A real businessman has many avenues. I hate this guy. Have you heard of the Liberation Front? I do my best to keep myself informed about any factors that may affect our operations, so yes. When do you know their operations in the city? Have you ever been in contact with an LF member? Let's talk about the symbolism of this attack. Do you think that Liberation Front chose this time? Why do you think the Liberation Front chose this time to do a victimless attack? Found out about the factory from Liberation Front members right as the threat call was made. Do you think we may have a mole? Let's not tell him that. I think we should go with... Why do you think the Liberation Front chose this time to do a victimless attack? I think he'll say, I don't know. What do you know about their operations in the city? As I said, I just read what was in the news. Okay, have you ever been in contact with a Liberation Front member? I might have a friend, who knows? So that's the sort of thing you mention at a cocktail party, don't you think? Let's talk a bit about the symbolism of this attack. Of course, my friend. After all, my factory is about to explode. Alright, you snarky jerk. Do you feel this attack is a symbol against the government? Do you feel like it's a symbol against capitalism? I feel like he doesn't believe he's a war dude. Even though he's definitely a war dude. Do you feel like it's against the government? I feel like that's not personal enough for him. Capitalism, maybe? Leo Siori, congratulations, that's awesome. I was told that I wouldn't be able to speak properly, or normally, or whatever. And yet here we are. Illiterate. Illiterate, but I pronounce things well. Kind of, if I can read them. I'm gonna say capitalism. I'm gonna have to say capitalism. Famously not a war guy. That's true, he probably doesn't like government. Okay, so should we say government? Because that's a good point, Harshmallow. Do you think we should go with the... I've, woken up my gremlin daughter. She's obsessed with the little teabag tags. Go ahead. She's trying to figure out how to get to my teabag tag. I would say, do you feel like it's against the government? I'm voting 1 or 2. What does everyone think? 1 or 2? Or 3? How does everyone feel? Is Jacob doing construction? No, that's a bike outside. Getting a lot of votes. Okay, for 2. Ooh, a bunch for 1 now. Let's go 2. That's the beauty of symbolism, my friend. It can mean anything. I think it's a protest against the government. Dang it! I don't know, King. The government might be buying, but you're selling the weapons. I think the guilt is split here. That feels attacking, and he doesn't trust me that much yet. We all know oligarchs like you keep the politicians in their pocket. If the government is corrupt, it's because you are corrupting it. That's attacking too. The government has created this demand for weapons and conflict artificially to keep people dependent and obedient. I don't know which one to go with. I could really do with that bike stopping. We're getting a lot of votes for 3. Let's go with 3. He liked it. Good job, chat. Well, that's an extreme way to phrase it, but I assume that's what the Liberation Front thinks, yes. Well, let's ask this. Why do you think... Ooh! I don't know, my friend. Maybe they realize that it's a better way to win people's hearts. The Liberation Front win your heart with this attack? I think you're in a better position to answer that, friend. Would it win your heart? An attack against capitalism is always something I can get behind. The attack against the military-industrial complex is usually welcome. Of course not. I can never condone violence, no matter the cause. I'm always up for a bit of violence and explosions. What would he be into? 4? I feel like he would love 4. One and 2 is what I actually want to say, but in order to get on his side, it is quite weird that he keeps saying friend, but I'm not saying 1 or 2. Those are out. He's not gonna go for that. I'm seeing a lot of 4 would be very funny. See, we're against violence, but he's a weapons seller. If we say 3. But 4 feels so pandery. It's like a joke. So maybe we should go with 3. Alright, I'm going 4. I'm going... It was the right answer! Yeah! Yay! This guy sucks too! A fiery spirit, eh? Here I thought the system would have ground that out of you by now. God! Yes, Crazy Kirby, I did see that, but I don't know how else we can press him about the backdoor access. Let's talk about something else. Let's talk about the security breach. I mean, we already asked this, and that's when he told us that he has, you know, security. How come the perimeter was empty when the first officers arrived? I honestly don't know all the details, but I understand all employees were evacuated before the lockdown. How? In case of the explosion, what kind of damage can we expect? I don't really care about that. Should I ask this again? Oh, that did damage to how much he trusts us. Great. Damn it. In case of explosion, what kind of damage can we expect? There's no danger to the outside world, as the building is more capable of containing the blast. The world inside, however. What is most important is for your employees to not be left unemployed. What is most important is for your assets to be rebuilt with minimal costs on your side. What's most important here is for these terrorists to be caught. 3 is what I actually want to say. But I feel like all he cares about is money. Do we think 2? I'm thinking it's like a really elaborate insurance scam. I'm gonna go with 2. Well, my friend, if the government can help with something, they surely would be it. There surely would be it. Oh, I'm glad then that at least there's a chance for honest business to be rebuilt. Yes, insurance should also help. I want to ask about that insurance. Oh, yes! I have some questions about your factory. So your factory is insured? Does that insurance cover terrorist attacks? Absolutely. There's a whole insurance industry focused on weapons manufacturers or military contractors. You know, stories of restaurant owners burning their own joints for the insurance money are pretty common. I'm glad you will at least be able to rebuild if we don't stop this attack. Even if you get insurance money, I'm sure it's still hard seeing what you've built up crumble like this. I feel like he's gonna say Hakuna Matata to number 3. But a lot of people are saying 3. Alright, we'll go with 3. I'll go with chat. That did get him on our side. It is the way it is. We rebuild, we will recover, we will prosper once more, I say. Aaron had backdoor installed, and his factory insured. What? Aaron King had a backdoor installed, and his factory insured. Try to confront him about this and see how he reacts. You had means to do this as well as covered your insurance policy. You did this a minute. Yes, my friend, your deduction skills are quite impressive. I did this, but the revelation changes nothing. With this, the world will see the Liberation Front has... What? Does it matter which one I choose here? Shut. It has the ability to strike deeply, and what was once seemed untouchable. Radical message that will finally tip the scales and set in motion the I understand. The unstoppable force of social upheaval. Sacrifice must be made for the benefit of the new order. And the short-term losses are acceptable for... If you don't stop this now, you will rot in jail forever. Help me. There's a deal for you on the table. I understand, King, but trust me. This place exploding would only do the front more harm than good. Fuck this ideology bullshit. That's your own property blowing up there that you put so much effort and heart into. I feel like it's not number 3. A lot of people are saying 2. Alright, let's go 2. I'll go chat. Yeah, 3 he won't care about. I feel like he doesn't care about a deal, so let's go 2. No, I won't fall for this. What could you possibly know about the front, let alone what's good and bad for it? You really believe this will make people angry at the government? Well, with all the discussion it will cause, it will be the only logical conclusion. Aaron admitted he is part of the Liberation Front, but says he doesn't want to stop the explosion. You need to trick him to believing it's in his own interest to do so. Lady Luck says violence invites interpretation and judgment. Lady Luck is one of the... What the heck? Unicorn of Metal and Rust has gifted 20 Tier 1 subs. That's gonna be so many Who-A-Yous. Thank you so much. That's awesome. We gonna have Who-A-Yous forever.
Who-A-You?
That's awesome. Nicole Gendry asks, what does the yellow text mean? The yellow text means that we only had that option because we asked very specific questions before. So, like, we have leading questions. We're using information from before. Why do we want to stop the weapons factory? Because I think it would... I don't know, because the Liberation Front would succeed at something and we don't want that. Welcome to the Who-A-You parade. Oh my goodness, we have 420 viewers. Nice. G Kaza1 subscribed. Thank you very much.
Who are you?
Who are you? Alright, I say we go with the Lady Luck, because the Lady Luck is a specific callback to a previous witness interrogation that we did.
Who are you?
Right? You'll seem like a monster or a psychopath, like Lynn Bailey's seen now. We gotta go with 1, right?
Who are you?
You read Lady Luck? People are smart enough, they will interpret it correctly. Aaron seems concerned with the sacrifice you will be making. Try to use this to your advantage.
Who are you?
I don't know if he's been at Cafe Freaky. So I can't even go against it, you know? What liberation pod are you in? I don't really care about that right now. Did you get these explosives off the black market? Again, don't care right now. So you really believe this will make people angry at the government? That's not helpful. Why target your own factory?
Who are you?
I feel like that's... It was the easiest target the front identified. It's short-term sacrifice I have to do. We must all struggle if we want to achieve a goal of toppling the broken order. No! Now is the time where we start leaning in. People are easy to tell others to tear something down when they haven't built it themselves, aren't they? I feel like that's the answer. The utopia the Liberation Front is working towards is a lie. You've been fooled. I feel like that's leaning in too hard. I feel like 2? Yeah, 2 for sure. Okay, let's go. Ha! Right on, my friend. That's what I said. I wish there was another way. He trusts us a little bit more, which is nice. Aaron is not willing to back down. You need to convince him that shutting down the factory is in the best interest of the Liberation Front by any means necessary. Maybe pretend you're on his side. Let's talk about something else. I do want to know. Let's discuss your blah 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 with the Liberation Front. How do we get him on our side even more? Just one more point. Do I ask about Cafe Freaky or no? What pod are you in? What do you think, chat? Cafe? Do you like jazz? Freaky? Alright. Oh, we got it at 8! Nice. Haven't seen you there either. It's a nice place. Alright. We're on his side. You know, we have 8 trust points here. This guy loves us. King, you have to stop this explosion right now. I really don't see why I would do such a thing. The plan is set in motion. The front doesn't need this to push its message, King. Remember what Lady Luck would say. Let's go with that one. Even if you're right, there's no alternative now. It's either this or the front loses another member for nothing. Crime does not have a purpose, King. Stop rationalizing for this one. Oh boy. What if there's another way? One that didn't involve you having to tear down what you've worked so hard for. Let's go with that. I'm listening. What would this other way be? Oh, we can really make him think we're on his side. God damn it, King. If that bomb blows up, I'll lose my job and I won't be able to help the front anymore. Should we go? Should we say it? Should I just lie? I have to, right? We're not the mole. I think we're just trying to convince them to be on our side, right? Talk to someone else? We don't have a lot of time, is the only thing. And what would talking to other people get us? Lie, lie, lie. Alright, I'll say it. From where I stand, you lose your job. You losing your job will only help the front. My orders come from Lady Luck herself. You fool! She has devised a grander plan, a safer one that doesn't require this explosion. What? But you're part of the Liberation Front? What operation? What are you talking about? What? Do I say this or should I talk to someone else? Fly, you fool! Yeah, I'm not a big fan of this one. Beano Vice is from a previous investigation. Say it? Alright. Alright. Okay, I believe you. I texted Beano to get away. Get me to... They're coming! I said I was part of Liberation Front, oh no. They're coming for me. Alright, let's report our findings. Interrogation successful. Factor secured. We're getting close to their leadership. I'm gonna hit continue here. Good job in there. Before you get to the press release for this one, though, the factory is covered by national security confidentiality rules. Word the press release in such a way that it obscured how dangerous things actually got. In order to address public concerns regarding the police force deployment of blah blah blah, to ensure transparency. Which one? So for anyone who's new here, we have to make a little press release. Yeah, I don't know why that guy was allowed to have a cell phone, but whatever. Deployment of several squads. Of a few officers. The Truth and Order Special Unit. I say several squads. There were several squads. Transparency? Alright. Following an anonymous tip. Request by a concerned employee. Common procedure. An anonymous tip. Forces arrived at the scene in order to assess if security standards were in order. Investigate a potential theft. Escort a transport convoy. Assess if security standards were in order. We're supposed to lie a little bit. None of these are really true. What do we think? Oh, well, if we want it to be... But didn't people see that there were, like, several squads outside? Right? Oh, anonymous tip might make consent. Yeah. Common procedure. Cool. What do we think about this one? Assess security standards or investigate a potential theft or escort a transport convoy? When they arrived at the scene, officers found the factory empty and Aaron King, the CEO, as well as Steve Moran, security, were blah, 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 blah. Transport convoy?
Who are you?
Okay. Who are you? Captain Mustachio gifted a sub. Thank you. But is, like, escorting a transport convoy common procedure? I feel like assessing if security standards were in order is common procedure. Right? Alright. When they arrived at the scene, officers found the factory empty, and Aaron King, the CEO, as well as Steve Maradian, chief of security, were contacted in order to clarify the situation. They explained that the factory was not operational that day as the employees were on vacation. All of them? No CEO's that nice. CEOs just care about the money. That's true. I don't think it would take several squads. Several squads does sound bad. A few officers. How about that? Employees were on vacation. The production lines were under renovation. That sounds plausible. More plausible than everyone's on vacation. The production lines were under renovation. This clear case of miscommunication was quickly resolved, and the officers left the scene. We asked people to avoid any unfounded panic mongering and seek dialogue with the authorities for any further clarification. We won't clarify. Yeah. We're all on vacation. Very good. Mr. King is being questioned with regards to an unrelated investigation. Mr. King has been arrested in relation to an unrelated investigation of being held suspicion of being Liberation Front member. I mean, if we say that, it blows this thing wide open, right? Then everyone's gonna see this and just... the whole rest of it's a lie. Question? Alright. What do we think of this report? Good to go? What do we think? Everything look good? Is there anything we should change? We got some good to goes. Yeah. I like it. Alright, let's go. Whee! Pick an old memory. Okay, so this, like, dictates how you can play the game. It gives you some boosts. It takes some things away. So things that we chose before. Known pacifist. Because originally, there was, like, a police brutality mechanic, and I hated the idea of it. So I just chose pacifist so we can never use it. Yeah, trouble frightening them and cannot use enhanced interrogation. Which I feel like plays into how I play anyway. I like to convince them that I'm on their side, you know. Scholar of ideology, which gives us some more cult knowledge. Profiler, that's how we got those numbers next to the little meters. Do the booze one. Good host. Oh, that's right. But do we have something else? Double agent. Liberation Front has things right. They may not do things the way that they should, but they're right about how the world needs fixing. I don't want to work for Liberation Front. Okay, I can't do intimidating presence because I'm a pacifist. Speed demon, Unstable genius. What is that? Good host. Shots. Nerves of steel. Double agent. Messiah complex. You are the cure for the plague that is the Liberation Front. This horseman of the apocalypse will be felled. What? How does that benefit me? Scholar of statistics. You have deep awareness of statistical likelihoods and employ them well in conversations. No. No. Should we just go with good host? I'm gonna go with good host. Yeah, host. We can get our witnesses drunk, which is illegal. Okay, then there's this. So basically, if you're new to this, again, oh, this guy, he's available. Yeah, he has 100% going home. Go figure. Basically, we have some funds that we can allocate to certain things. And then we have our employees that we can have, you know, do certain tasks to help with the case. Don't forget to do ads. Let's do ads now. Why not? let's do ads. We're gonna do 3 minutes of ads. Take this time to take a stretch, get a bite to eat, get some water, do whatever you gotta do. Take your meds. Do whatever you gotta do. This is a self-care 3 minutes. See you back in 3 unless you've subbed. Hi everybody. This will give me some time to figure out what I want to do here, because this always takes me a bit. So, I should do an HR report. I feel like I always need PR stuff. Tab should go to therapy. Yeah, probably. I mean, I can send them to therapy. Why not? I feel like Tab got it, though, you know? I feel like Tab understood why they were being interrogated. They didn't seem too scared or to take it personally, but they can have it. I think everyone should go to therapy anyway, so whatever. So let's see. Order HR report. Cool. Order extended PR report. Order a detailed evaluation from the blah, 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 blah. Current list view and the task force is led by you. Bonuses for agents. PR assistants. Give key advice and PR support from the... Oh, receive key advice. What about? R&R. Nope. CO. Nope. 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 Yeah, let's do HR. Should I do this one or this one? I could technically do both. This is a lot of money. But I feel like that's all the money I'm going to spend today anyway. Alright. Let's see. Negotiate with the DA, with Anton Trosko having ended up jailed in the same facility as Fred Ennis. The latter has been targeted by repeated attacks instigated by the former. Ennis has offered us additional information in exchange for obtaining from the transfer to a new facility. Oh, that could be interesting. Get some more. Everyone take your meds. Work with the DA. Whatever. Don't really care about that. Consult an academic. Consult Professor Lavinia Olaru, who teaches university courses on political ideology and rationalism. We don't really need that because I'm a master. Master! Master! Trog, I'm sorry to hear about your healthcare situation. I signed up for Medicaid, but I'm also lucky to be in a state that it's relatively easy for me to sign up. But, God, I was so stressed. I'm so sorry you're in that situation. Ugh. So dumb that we have this system that we do. Anyway. Lobby for donations. I don't really care about money right now. Formulate budget request. I feel like I'm going to have Tab do by the book. Make sure everything's done by the book, right? Do paperwork, blah, blah, blah. Water is tasty, you're right. Are we back? Oh, we back. Alright, so we were just talking about the options here. So, Jennifer can consult an academic. She can also work with the DA for a pretty good percentage. Work with the district attorney to bring charges to the... And then pay for it. See, I don't really care about that. I mean, we could. What's something that would help our PR with people? Because we have a bad reputation right now. Other than, like, I don't know, redoing the whole system. But... let's see. I feel like this could be interesting. Let's have Mordecai negotiate. Volunteer? Volunteer in other departments? But how does that benefit us? Is my question. What do we think? DA, buy the book is important. Make sure everything's done. Tab's rate of success for the buy the book is... yeah, let's have Tab do that. Jennifer. Work at the DA. Should we finally do this? Other department. Okay, let's have Jennifer go to the other departments. Well, let's switch who's doing what here. Because he has a pretty high percentage, and yeah. Because he has a 90... he has a 90-90 here. Well, Jennifer has a 75-95. Yeah, let's have Mordecai negotiate. Jennifer can volunteer. Tab can do by the book. Oh, what do you do? Do I care? Why don't we do work with the DA? Let's put this guy to work. Alright, let's go. Let's continue. Onward! We brought in another reporter for you to talk to. Oh boy, I always suck at these. Miss Becker handled the technicalities in the last interview. This time, Miss Lisa Winholst is looking to write more of a human interest story. Okay. I want to learn about the team that caught the twin bombers. Shall we? Fuck off out of here, both of you. Get out of my office. I'm sorry, we're getting too close to the leadership of the Liberation Front for me to be spending time doing interviews. I feel like if this dude's saying that we gotta, then we gotta. Very well, let's sit down. Let's do 3. Shall we? First things first. You look like Barb from Stranger Things. First things first. Leading this investigation must have put great pressure on you. How have you been handling it? I'm a professional. Part of my job is handling pressure of leadership. No one can be ready for something like this, so I'm adjusting and learning as we go. It's been hard, of course, but I have a great team backing me up. I say 3, right? Yeah, let's go with 3. I have a great team. She didn't really care about that. You've been the face of this operation, but there's a whole team behind you. Let's talk about them a bit. Of course. Jennifer Reyes, expert psychologist and criminal profile. What does she bring to the table? Jennifer's insight into the criminal mind allows us to predict their movements and to better understand their objectives. When you're dealing with the people we are, it takes a specialist to comprehend the distorted way their mind works. Jennifer focuses her efforts on building a rapport with people we investigate. Without empathy, there can be no dialogue. What? 3? Definitely not 2. Okay, we have some votes for 3. I have a lot of votes for 3, so I'm probably gonna go with 3. But then does it seem like we're... Ugh. But then does it make it seem like we're on the Liberation Front side? I'm seeing a lot of 1s now. 3 would make the public like me better. I feel like 3 says that I empathize with the front a little bit. Let's go with 1. Jennifer's insight into criminal minds allows us to predict whatever. She didn't really care about my answer. Mordecai Fisher, an officer with a long history of fighting organized crime. What's he about? He's our boots-on-the-ground man, an excellent detective and a better tracker than a bloodhound. Mordecai has experience with underground criminal organization and is crucial in following up on leads and getting results. Mordecai knows what the weak spots are in what weak spots in a criminal organization are. He knows best how to use them to our advantage. 2? Mordecai is boring. What do we think, chat? Okay, a lot of people are saying 2. Let's go with 2. I don't know what this this person's reactions are. Tab Thompson, analyst and technical expert. How are their skills valuable? They're dope. Tab's insight allows us to make connections we would have never seen. Tab's analytical skills are very important when combing through database and files, making sure we don't miss anything. Tab's procedural knowledge enables us to use all legal tools at our disposal, hitting the front with everything we got without wasting time muddled in bureaucracy. Oh! I think 3. I'm going 2 or 3. I feel like people love when you say, like, I'm not wasting time with bureaucracy. We're getting a split here of 2 or 3. And 2 is just like very... That's the facts. 3 does sound pretty fighty. We've never sounded fighty, and the people hate us. So let's say 3. Bureaucracy can be a pain in the ass. Yep. Recently, Joseph Ward had joined your team. What can this old dog teach you? So rude. History repeats itself, and Joseph has been through a similar situation once already. He is the one we turn to when we're stuck. Joseph's experience is invaluable when tough decisions need to be made. Joseph is not a dog. He is a competent police officer, as good as any of us. I know nothing about Joseph because I accidentally acquired him. So whoopsies. 2? I say 2. Oh, we got some votes for 3. Alright, I'm gonna go with 2. Invaluable when tough decisions need to be made. I feel like we shouldn't yell at this reporter. What sort of work dynamic do you have? Everyone getting along? We've had our disagreements, of course, but that is just reflective of everyone's commitment and involvement. We're a team, and we have a job to do. We're not here to make friends. We're here to keep people safe. After what we've been through together, I must say, we're very close. We trust and respect each other. I want to say 3, because it's true, but would people read that as, like, we're blind to each other's whatever? And I don't want people to think that we're, like, infighting and we can't, like, get our shit together. You know? I'm getting a lot of... I'm getting a lot of 1 or 3. I'm gonna go with 3. After what we've been through together, I must say we're very close. We trust and respect each other. Aw, neat. You had to work fast, jumping from crisis to crisis. What's your secret? I don't let myself get bogged down in red tape. The stakes are too high for that. I always make sure we're well prepared. We only have one shot at this. No do-overs. I learned to trust my instincts and never to hesitate when I act. 2? 2 is my guess. Neat. Let's go 2. When you know lives are on the line, what keeps you focused? Sane. I take it one step at a time. Solve what I have in front of me first. The knowledge that I've done my best. I try not to think about it too much. That sort of stress ruins you. 1? Yeah, I feel like 1. Let's go with 1. Good, good. What is your approach when talking to front members? I try to understand where they're coming from and to show them their mistakes. If their survival instincts kick in, they become cooperative very fast. Fear is our most effective tool. How do I say that I pretend to be one of them? With diligent questioning, they quickly start contradicting themselves, and that's when I catch them. I'm trying to understand where they're coming from to show them their mistakes. I mean, 1. I don't know what that noise Jacob made was. Made me laugh, though. Yeah, I'm torn between 1 or 3. Alright, it seems like chat's mostly going for 1. Would the public be okay with 1, though? That's true. Let's go with 3. I don't know if she liked that answer. I don't think she did. Have you ever found yourself agreeing with something a Liberation Front member has said? Absolutely not. Let's not forget what these people are. Of course. They're guilty for their actions, not for their ideas. Sometimes, yes, but it's part of my job to use the most persuasive approach. The truth is 3. I guess. Yeah. 3. Okay, I'm seeing a lot of votes for 3. Let's go 3. I'm worried that's going to make me seem like a sympathizer. Many of those you've put behind bars are regular lives before. Do you ever think about that? No, I think about their crimes and those they've hurt. Yes, and it shows how insidious the front's propaganda can be. Yes, of course. These people are everywhere. Our neighbors, our family, our friends. It worries me. All of these are interesting. I'm also leaning 2. Let's go 2. Yes, and it shows how insidious the front's propaganda can be. Do you like my answers? Last question is, do you feel proud of what you've accomplished so far? I don't want to say yes, we've done good work here because people are dead. Not that that was my fault, but like, people might read it that way. Two? Dodge the question with a hard 2. I see. Okay. Well, that's it. Thanks. We'll see how that goes. I've been protecting you because you're clearly getting results. But push come to shove, there's an internal investigation running against you. Okay. They're currently reviewing documents, taking testimonies. Be ready to be interrogated before this internal investigation's conclusions. Okay? The IA asshole running it seems dead set on burying you, so be careful. Okay? Boss, we're heading to Hannigan's. Coming? Yeah, no, I'm going. Of course I'm going to Hannigan's. You kidding me? I'm not going to a charity thing tonight. Let's go, Kronk. IA is internal affairs, yeah. What do you think? Charity dinner or team? Yeah, I'm gonna go. Let's go. Hannigan's! Later that night. Oh my god, why are you here? I have one for you, fearless leader. Kiss, marry, kill. One of these younger members on your team. If this doesn't offend anyone, that is. Heh, it's fine. Jen, Morty, Tab. This seems inappropriate. This is gross. This is inappropriate. I'm gonna go with Mordecai. Yeah, we should have done the charity thing. Joseph is nasty. Joseph, you just got here. Joseph just got here and he's already inappropriate. How do I go back? I am annoyed that there's no answer. Can't say no to that warmth. I don't want to do this. This sucks. This makes me uncomfortable. Fire Joseph. I mean, if that's an option. Oh my god. Alright. Should I kiss hot detective lady? I guess. Where was the last point that it saved? Yeah, let's go to... Hold on. Alright, I'm gonna do us all a favor. Damn it! Wait. Let's rewind. Wait, that starts the game from the beginning. Damn it! Damn it! Alright, hold on. I gotta look this up. I gotta look up what's like the least damaging answers here. Because this makes me feel gross. Let's see. Because I feel like getting in a relationship with my team also would give internal affairs, you know, some... I don't know. How do I word this? I mean, I guess... Jacob's choice. I can't find a walkthrough, so... We're playing a very uncomfortable game that came out of nowhere and feels inappropriate. Who are we kissing?
Tab.
We're gonna kiss Tab.
It's because of the technique that can be learned.
Like that. Nice trophy husband is funny.
I did it.
Good job, Jacob. You did a good choice. What should I choose now?
Can't wait to kiss Tab, learn on that kissing technique that Tab has. She seemed like she could educate the heck out of kids.
I feel like that'd be funny. Let's do that. Yeah.
Definitely kill Morty.
We'll kill Morty. Oh, he didn't like that.
Get over it, Morty, you baby. You baby-ass little baby. Come on. It's a joke, dude.
It's a joke.
It's a joke, bro.
It's a joke.
No one wants to kiss you. Everyone wants to kill you. Morty.
Morty.
Little piss baby.
Thank you, Jacob.
You're welcome.
Fun. Say, Jen, have you told Joseph the story about you and the duck in college? No. So it goes like this. Second year of college in my dorm. What? I want to know the story. What happened? Hey, boss, before you head home, I wanted to talk to you out here, away from the others. Okay. Heard about the internal affairs investigation thing you need to deal with tomorrow. I know this Hall guy. Seen him operate before. Rumor has it he's a tough cookie. And look, I just want to know, is there actually any dirt on you? Cut any corners? Did any nasties? Just give it to me straight. Mordecai, why are you asking? Why are you asking? I've really been doing my best to be by the book, Morty. It's all clean. Results come first, stopping these psychos. That means cutting some corners, ethically speaking. I feel like we didn't cut any corners. We didn't do any violence. We haven't cut any corners. I've done some bad things, Morty. I've done some bad things, Morty. But they're on me. No need for you to take any of that load. I mean, one is the only, fact. Okay, I'm with you then. Thanks for checking, Morty. I have this. I know from your declassified file about how you had some dirt on yourself, too, from a distant past. This whole business is mine to deal with. Don't worry about it. Focus on your own work. I'm gonna do one. Good luck with Hall, boss. Good night. Alright. How we do? The people hate me. The people hate me. But we did get 4 successes. By the book, or with the DA. Okay, what did we get here? By the book. The chief called in to say that they appreciated the balance books we keep. Work with the DA. The district attorney said there is no charge we can bring, as we can't show any criminal intent. We did manage to guilt them into a small donation for our department, though. Okay. The district attorney has accepted the transfer. We'll be seeing Fred for his promised new information. Great. The department we tried to help was very thankful for our support. You got it. Alright. Yeah, I probably should have gone to the charity. Listen, I didn't know I would be playing FMK. I hate that. What really happened at the plant? I've never been so wrong in my life. Yeah, I mean, they weren't gonna love us because we... I don't know. I trusted Daniel Fogel. Wouldn't tell everyone in junior that I had a crush on both. Blah, 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 blah. I trusted government pajamas. Wore Uggs before they were cool, before they became hated. But I've never been more wrong than I was in the LF and Me article, which I wholeheartedly apologize. In a way, the appeal I saw in the front's early days was evocative of the pull they had with young people like myself. Misinformation, wishful thinking, and framing can mix together to form a very toxic concoction. The thought makes me shudder. I imagine that in some parallel universe there's a weaker, unluckier Lisa. helping the Liberation Front commit acts of terrorism. This Lisa, however, is fortunate enough to have kept informed, allowing her to keep informing you all. And to know who killed... Okay, can I see the rest of the article? Can I see... That's who we interviewed. Yeah, at least it seems pretty chill. Alright. Everyone's very high. Well, okay, excuse me. Their motivation's very high. They themselves are not very high. Yay! I love this dude's photo. It cracks me up. This award is a veteran of the force, having officially retired 5 years ago. His superiors described him as full of initiative, but also impulsive. The most noticeable aspect of his detective career is his leadership role during the Burgundy riots. Oh, didn't we read this? Yeah. Tab, how you doing? Whatever. Okay. I guess that's it. I guess we're gonna call it here. What? I guess we'll call it at the next section, because now I'm talking to Mordecai. This good old refreshing evening air is nice. Say, boss, are you sure we did the right thing by getting Ennis a transfer? He may have some usable intel. If he doesn't, it will have been a mistake. If he doesn't have usable intel, at least we helped him escape Droska's bullying. Oh, I made sure he gets transferred into a much worse prison. Has the lowest survival rate for its security level in the state. But he'll only know that after a little talk. I feel like Mordecai would love answer 3. I did not read the extended PR report, so I'm just going to call it here. I'm going to end it here. Today. This day. We'll be back Wednesday night. I do feel like Morty is the mole. I mean, do you want me to finish this one? This interview? I could do it. Everyone's saying, aw. Let's keep talking to Morty. Okay. Well, hold on. I want to see if I can get to that PR report.
Who are you?
Who are you? I can't. I messed it up. This is my dog talking. Gifted a sub. Thank you very much. I'll finish this Mordecai talk, and then we'll move on. Good old friend here. What do we think? 1, 2, or 3? He may have some usable intel. If he doesn't, it'll just have been a mistake. I feel like 1 is bad. 2, even if he doesn't have usable intel, we can at least say escape Droska's bullying. I feel like Mordecai's not really going to care about that. But chat seems to be going 3. I mean 2. So let's go 2. Yeah, see, you didn't love that. Don't know why the asshole deserves any saving. I guess even the smallest nugget of info from a low-level guy like him could be valuable. Well, time to go talk to him. Let's get in the car. I'll drive. Alright. There he is. Greetings, Mr. Ennis. Thank you for accepting our offer to relocate you. Do you realize that this offer is legally contingent on your aid in our ongoing investigation and Liberation Front? Hi, Fred. I'm glad to see you're all in one piece. I heard prison's been a bit rough on you. Fred. My dear Fred. I'm so glad to see your sorry terrorist ass again. We have so much fun today, you'll see, for old time's sake. That doesn't really help. 1. 2. Let's say 2. 2 is friendly. Well, officer, I will not lie. It was a difficult time. Hopefully, with your help, it'll get better from this point. Is it true Anton Droska has been harassing you in prison? Don't really care about that. Have you heard about the Liberation Front recent activity? I'm curious. What happened to Muggy after you went to prison? What? What do you plan on doing after you get out? Have you heard of the Liberation Front's recent activity? Five would be very funny. Is it true that Anton Drosko has been harassing you in prison? Well, maybe one. Let's say one. Well, yes, he's been pestering me ever since you put him in prison, calling me a snitch and rallying the other inmates against me. Oh. Snitch, you say? Wow. That's rough, especially in prison. Prison folk don't take well as snitches. That sounds so sarcastic the way that I read it. Well, this is exactly what you are, Fred. A snitch. Don't deny it. You're nothing more than a small little snitch. No. Yes, that is in line with the report I have received. Don't worry. Disciplinary measures will be taken against Mr. Drosko. 1 or 3, y'all. I kind of feel like 3. I can't not read the first one as sarcastic. Alright, everyone say 3. 3. No, please don't do that. He has connections and could get to me even from a different prison, especially if you do something like that to him. He'll take it as proof that I'm working for you. The last time he got angry, I spent 2 weeks in the infirmary. Oh, that sucks. I am sorry that your life is at risk. It is sad to see our current prison system doesn't manage to prevent such abuses. I mean, that's true. Were you in contact with the Liberation Front since your incarceration? How's the food in prison? How are your cellmates? How are you spending your time in prison? Did you make any friends in prison? We don't have like a trust meter, really. I'm just gonna say this. Well, let's say this. Well, I've been working with some lawyers during my case who I think the front subsidized, but lately they've disappeared, so not even that. It's a common for the Liberation Front to subsidize lawyers for its members. Well, I guess these lawyers must have realized that murderous terrorists are not worth their time. No. Do you know the name of the lawyer? There were a couple of them, but they seem to do this on the order of some senior lawyers or something like that. They always consulted with him on the phone. I think they called him Host Gabe or something.
Who are you?
Who are you? Conrad Cat, thank you for the sub. Is it common for the Liberation Front to subsidize lawyers for its members? I guess so. For example, I know Anton also worked with them. Let's do 1. I'm sorry your life was at risk. It's sad that our current prison system can't manage to blah blah blah. Yes, another failure of the justice system. Placing criminals together is only a punishment for the least violent of them. It's an environment that breeds violence and corruption. Did you make any friends in prison? Look, officer, I agreed to help you on the investigation. I don't see how that's relevant. No, I didn't make any friends. Being called a snitch pretty much ensures that. Let's talk about something else. Have you heard of the Liberation Front legal recent activities? Very little. The prison's administrations don't give us a whole lot of access to the news. Giving me some more names of the Liberation Front members can make a difference in shortening your sentence. Do you have anything for me? I don't have any. I may be the worst snitch ever, but I have nothing. How do you feel knowing that Drosko, the man that got you into the Liberation Front, is now working to make your life difficult? Shows that it's not only about the ideal, it's also about the people who are working towards the ideal. What do you think of the Liberation Front now? Well, I don't know. I mean, I still believe the world desperately needs to change, even if this may mean some violence. However, we need to make change for the better, and I don't know how they'll manage to do that. Why do you think they won't manage it? Only an organization made up of honest and just people can bring change. There are a lot of rumors in prison that I think they knowingly started about when the time comes the Liberation Front will help all the criminals be free again. This is not what standing up for freedom means. Do you regret joining the Liberation Front? I regret ending up in prison. Oh, that's an honest answer. What do you think of the Liberation Front now? We already asked that. Okay. What do you plan on doing after you get out? I don't know. I don't really feel like I could just go back to being a bureaucrat in a bank. Not after I experienced the absurdity of our prison system. I also don't know if they would hire a convicted criminal, even though I didn't harm anyone, and it's not like this makes me any less qualified. Let's ask about Muggy. Oh. It's his pet. That makes me sad. Should I just ask about everything? How's the food? It's okay, bland but okay. How are your cellmates? Cellmate. I don't know. He was a drug dealer for what I gathered. One of those immigrants that came to our country to be in gangs and destroy our youth. Oh god, this guy sucks. We don't speak much. I no longer feel bad about the dog. I feel sad for the dog, but not for you. How are you spending your prison time? I work in the kitchen doing inventory. They wink at you. Why? I work in the kitchen doing inventory, keeps me busy, but it's mindless, meaningless work. It also comes with minor perks, if you know what I mean. Food? Did I ask him everything? I feel like I asked him everything. Right? So I understand the Liberation Front stopped the legal support. Yes, that's what happened to us after a while. So I understand it was common for the Liberation Front to subsidize lawyers. Well, I guess these lawyers must have realized murderous terrorists are not worth their time. I'll say that, whatever. Or they realize that the justice system is made to keep people behind bars for as long as possible, only to give out the appearance of justice. This way, people demand punishment for the corrupt and powerful. So you don't know the names of these lawyers? I think you can find the name of the lawyers in the trial summary, but as I said, they seem to be doing okay. I think that's it. I think that's all I can ask him, really. I guess that's it. Alright. Good day, officer. I didn't really get anything that useful from him. Other than he... Who is this guy? Detective Elias Hall, Internal Affairs. Greetings. You're both ready? Head in for questioning. I have my case file ready. You can go ahead. I look forward to hearing your conclusions after you're done, Mr. Hall. I'm sure you are, Chief Anderson. I'm sure you are. This is where we're going to call it. Yeah, we'll pick up next time in this game. I'm still enjoying it. I hope you guys are too. Because I want to keep playing it, but if you guys aren't into it, then I'll stop and then I'll play it in my free time. Oh, joy's so flat. Everyone, have a good day. We'll be back streaming on Wednesday, not tomorrow, because that's when we work. What happened to Tab? Tab was innocent. Don't worry about it. Tab was just there to give us some information about how the security systems work. Oh, people are liking it. Alright, cool. Alright. We will pick up next time. We'll be streaming on Wednesday night, as I said, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can go to our Twitter, which is at SSS_streams. Yeah, that's it. Everyone, as always, please keep social distancing. I know that it sucks, but even if your state is reopening, it's not, like, the most safe still. Just, like, I don't know, look up, do some research. See what the CDC says about your area. Go with that. Stay safe. Wash your hands. Don't touch your face, even though I just touched my eyeball. Social distance. Wear a mask. Please help keep people safe. That's it. That's it. Take care of yourselves. Raid Steven. I can raid Steven. What's Steven's thing? What's Steven's channel? Waiting for the chat to catch up with the lag. It is just Steven Yappy. Okay. Everyone get ready to raid. We will see you Wednesday night. Thank you again for joining us. I'm really enjoying this game. Let's get ready to go. Goodbye.